For the next 10 years, a study will be tracking the occurrence of cancer among participants who currently use smoking tobacco at least 5 times a week. A third of the participants also live on the west coast of the United States. Which of the following best describes this study? A. Case control study. B. Parallel study. C. RCT. D. Analytical research study. So the key word here is tracking. If you're tracking something, you're seeing what is going to happen. So it's prospective. So let's highlight the word tracking. Cancer is a disease, and smoking tobacco is a risk factor for cancer. So let's highlight those as well. The phrase, "a third of the participants also live in the West Coast of the United States," is not a relevant statement to decide what type of study this is. You'll get these types of statements on questions to throw you off. Don't fall for it. Now let's go through the answer choices. Case control studies begin with the disease and then work retrospectively to look at risk factor exposures. In this question, that's not happening. All it says is that we got people who use smoking tobacco and we're going to track them to see if they develop cancer. So it's moving in the forward direction. That eliminates case control because that goes in the backwards direction. Let's move on to parallel study, which is a type of randomized control trial, but there is no randomization going on in the study. We're just following people, so we can automatically eliminate parallel study, and we can eliminate C too as well because it says randomized control trial, and again, we're just following people. How about D, analytical research study? Well, this is possible because if we look at the words we highlighted earlier, which are tracking, which indicates a prospective study, cancer, which indicates a disease, and smoking tobacco, which indicates a risk factor. If we combine prospective study, disease, and risk factor, we get a strong indication that this is a prospective cohort study, but that's not an option. All we have is analytical research study, and technically, cohort studies are classified as analytical studies, so even though D doesn't list cohort study as the specific answer, it does say analytical research study, the general answer. Considering all of the answer choices, it's the best one listed, and it is indeed the correct answer. So a couple of things to remember. When you're reading a question and you think of the answer for it, and it's not listed, don't panic. A lot of times an alternative name for that answer or a less specific version of that answer is listed instead. So stay calm, read all the answer choices, and make your move.